Hey y'all, I'm out here on the property. I am testing some camouflages for a new company. I'm really excited about them. However, I am not allowed to show them to you yet. When I can, I will be doing a video on them. Like I said, I'm very excited about what they have come up with. I want to do, however, a video really quick about the term fake it till you make it. It is a term that absolutely disgusts me. So a quick little story. I'm riding back from my first class at Tactical Response with a guy, and he says, you should try and be an instructor here. They really liked you. I said, no, I'm not qualified. And he said, that doesn't matter. You've got to fake it till you make it. I hope that I hid the disgust on my face, but I doubt that I did. Faking anything is absolutely repulsive to me, and if anything, I will happily undersell myself. But this is incredibly important when it comes to sharing information with potential patriots. You never want to fake it until you make it. You never want to fake anything when it comes to your training, the training that you have to offer someone else, or the products that you have to offer. In fact, you should never fake anything for any reason. Maybe unless you're in an internment camp or you're a POW or something, guys. Stop faking it. So let's wrap this into why I'm telling this story. Stick around, it gets interesting. Hello, I'm Jacob, your host, and you're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. If you enjoy the content, I'd ask that you like and subscribe. Also, check out the description box below, and you can see where you can support this channel through Patreon, through my websites, Beach and Tactical, where I sell rifle slings, as well as Exodus Knife and Tool, where I sell my knives. We also have affiliate links in there, and the sponsor for this month is myself. April 1st, I'm going to be doing an auction on some of the rarest Exodus Knife and Tool knives that I've ever had, to include one-off prototypes and my own personal knives. We will also have some other really cool knives, and all of these proceeds will either go to the release of the Exodus Knife and Tool Legionnaire for setup and tooling, or they will go directly to Knife Rights. That will be clarified on April 1st and in future videos. There is some really legendary stuff that's going to be available, so if you are interested, make sure you're there, because this is a chance that will never come again. Anyways, let's get you right back to the content. So the overall theme of faking it till you make it for this video is going to be the devil is in the details, okay? One of my just favorite YouTube shills posted a picture of himself in his clean little clothes with a stupid little AR that's clean, probably never been used, no backup irons, nothing like that, and an EOTech, so he runs out of batteries. I guess he'll just fake it till he makes it. But he said, if it's time to lose your guns, it's time to use your guns. Of course, taking this concept and terminology directly from James Yeager. And then he said something along the lines of, don't worry about me, I've got more guns than I know what to do with. So the overall concept here is on the money. The boating accident thing, it's not funny. It was never funny. You're not hiding your guns so that you can keep your little treasures. It's not gold or silver that you're hiding from the government like a pirate. It is your tool that is to be used against a government who would take them from you. That's the purpose, right? So the boating accident thing, not funny. It's actually a psyop, guys. It absolutely is. But regardless, we're not going to focus on that. So I've got more guns than I know what to do with. I would say that it is common for a patriot who has not had proper guidance in his journey to have 3 or more ARs. and probably one of them's got a bunch of red anodized silliness on it. They're probably all black or FDE from the factory, and they probably don't want to get their guns scratched. Okay, and this is a very natural thing. It's a very natural thing here. But let's think about the value of what that represents, because you can lie to yourself all day, but when the rubber hits the road, you know the truth. So you can talk all day about smoking tyrants and commies and take your little Instagram pictures or whatever, but when you are faced with a time in which it is time to start smoking commies and you realize I have no freaking idea what to do, you're not going to escape that. And then you're going to do the one thing that you spent your entire life saying that you would never do, right? So value-wise, even if you are the basement dwelling guy who has a whole bunch of absolute budget ARs, let's still talk about the fact that you have $1,000 in tools that you cannot use, because you cannot use more than one at a time yourself. Of course, you can arm your friends. Hopefully, you've trained your friends. But let's compare this between you giving your wife and your kid an AR, none of you have any training whatsoever, or you with a budget AR, what someone would consider to be a POS, all right? You with a budget AR, but you know exactly what to do. And I like to over-exaggerate some things sometimes to make a point to people who might not get it otherwise. Would you, with the best firearm that money can buy, if you were dropped off in these woods, would you win in a fight with the special forces guy that you fantasize about if he's got a high point carbine? And based on what your fantasies or what your belief of what SOCOM actually entails and this and that and the other, your answer is probably, yeah, he's going to win. And your answer is probably correct. These guys are not gods. They do not have superpowers. But you know what they have? They have training. They have motivation. And they have the intestinal fortitude to make it through the suckfest that is required to get into the position that they are at. So they are willing to do what is needed to win. They know what is needed to win, and they're going to do it. All right. So to dial that back to just you and your ARs, I don't care if you have 50 or 100 ARs. You're not getting 50 to 100 buddies together. You would be better off having one AR and knowing what to do with it. So to wrap this up, guys, we're very specifically talking about people who are encouraging you to prepare and people who are training. And I know that you guys like oversimplifications, because all of us like oversimplifications. Just cut all of the fat out. Jake, how can I tell if this person who claims to be a patriot and who is here to help me as a patriot, how can I tell if they're legit or not? Is their gear dirty? Is their gun beat up? Is their gear dirty? If you actually deployed, which the guy we're talking about has not deployed, he has no combat deployments, and he only has 4 years in, no combat deployments, so a little bit of, whatever there, but if you make it through the suckfest long enough and enough times, you realize that it's not really that big of a deal. You don't actually care so much about the condition of your stuff. You don't really care if your guns are scratched up or this or that or the other thing, because you actually have experience, and you realize it doesn't matter, okay? So it doesn't mean that you have to be a nasty human being, like clean your butt, clean your pits, clean your body. But when you put a jacket on, it doesn't need to be a brand new nice shirt and nice hat and nice jacket for every little fake photo shoot that you do. Because why would you? When you go and teach a class, if you teach a class, You don't need to show up and impress them with your new Gucci gear. Throw your crap on. It might still be dirty from your last class that you taught, and guess what else? It probably should be, because if you're teaching classes, your gear should probably be treated with permethrin, and the more you wash it, the less effective it is and the less it lasts. So now people don't have to do what I do and be out here basically every single day doing stuff and having everything be beat to hell. I mean, I built entire brands off of an image of being dirty and well used, right? But be proud of the use of your gear. Stop worrying about it. Go out there and get some training. And guess what? I know it's not just about cost either. I'm making this analogy as if someone was sitting here and choosing between buying another AR and taking a class. And I know that's not the case. The reality is it's a lot easier for you to buy an AR and maybe even put an AR on credit, and there's a lot more instant gratification than there is to spend that amount of money on a class and then to go take that class, to take the time off of work. That's more money lost. And you know what? People are afraid that they're going to take a class and look dumb. So they're not going to take a class anyways. There's a lot more to this than just about financial ability. I get that. That's why your mindset is wrong. Okay? Again, mindset, tactics, skills, gear. People are like, oh, if gear's not important, or if skills aren't as important, if tactics are just important, then I'm just going to do a bunch of research on tactics. Well, no, everything that you do is going to be wrong, because at the top there, the mindset was wrong from the very beginning. So you need to be looking to improve yourself, not through YouTube videos, not through YouTube shorts, not through trendy little bullcrap. You need to be looking at improving yourself by going and getting an education. And another little tidbit here, guys. Who do I trust? Well, if the instructor that you are talking about, or the person that you are looking up to, thinks that they don't need training, or thinks that they are the master, they're probably out. They're faking it till they make it. I guarantee you, and you can back this up with studies, you can find it for yourself, I'm not going to spoon feed you. Narcissists don't work so hard to create and cultivate their image because their image is primarily what they're concerned about. They work so hard to create and to cultivate their image because they want to lie to themselves about who they actually are. They're not happy with who they actually are, and they want to build an image of themselves that is what they want to be, instead of putting in the work to become that person. And then once they start lying to themselves like that, they have to start lying to everyone else and start defending that personal image that they have of themselves, or else they have to accept that it's a lie to themselves, and they can't do that. That's this whole vicious cycle of mental health. Okay, so don't fake anything, guys. Look, when you fake anything, you make yourself look like an idiot to the people who actually know what's going on, and you are only damaging yourself and your own mental health. Don't ever fake it till you make it. My freaking goodness, I am disgusted. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope that you have a blessed day.